Hello guys, welcome back to Insta Electronics. So in today's episode, let me show you this thing in action. Now this is the Surya 500 watt light bulb, incandescent light bulb, which we unboxed in a previous video. The 500 watt 250 volt light bulb, which is this big, and here is my hand for comparison. You can see the size of my hand. I can barely cover it with that. And here is a makeshift arrangement that I did to make it light up. As I said in my last video, I still don't have the proper connector for this, but to show you this thing in action, this is something that I came up with. Now to power it up, I'm not going to connect it straight to the AC mains. Instead, I'll be powering it through this 300 volt 2.5 amp capable TDK-Lambda power supply. This is the Genesh 300 2.5. So this thing is a beast. This can go up to like what, 600 700 watts at 300 volts at 2.5 amps. So I'll be using this power supply to turn this one on, and this one is actually a DC power supply, but being a filament bulb, it doesn't matter whether it's AC or DC. So let me slightly increase the voltage and you will see what will happen. Now let me lock the exposure, and as I increase the voltage, let me turn off this light. You can see at around something like 25 volts, you can see a slight glow. 30, 40, 45 is starting to light up. There you go. 100 volt, 1.5 volt, 120, 140. It's really hot. It's rated for 250 volt. So let me increase it up to that. It's 200 volts, 205, 220, 224, 228, 230 volts. Right there. Now let me unlock the exposure. You can see it's really hot, and it's consuming 1.95 amps at 240 volts. Let me make it 240. Yep, 1.9 at 240. That's the light bulb for you. It's too bright to even look at. Let me adjust the exposure and let me bring the bulb down. So that's it. I can actually feel the heat. Like I'm standing like 1 or 2 feet away from it because I have to frame both the power supply and this light bulb. I'm sorry for the background hum that's coming from the fan in here. I'm actually filming it like 2 feet away from it because I have to frame both the light bulb and this power supply in frame, and even like this far away I can feel the heat in my face. It's that hot actually. It's getting really hot. It's like I can use it to warm up myself. It's like I'm actually this far away from here, but still I can actually use it to warm up myself. So it's really hot, and I cannot keep it there for so long because it's going to damage the tabletop. And that's it. Now the voltage down to 0. Let me turn it off. So let me show you something real quick, because I am not sure whether you guys have noticed it previously. So let me crank up the voltage once again, and the video is going to get really bright because I completely forgot to unlock the exposure control, so the camera is actually capturing the whole thing as really white. So please note the voltage and current readings. Right now you can see that it has reached around 240 volts. The rated voltage of this bulb is 250 volts, but right now you guys can see the voltage is staying constant at 244 volts and the current is staying constant at 1.98 amps, which means roughly around 480 watts. Not exactly 500 watts, but this is the limit. It is not climbing any higher, no matter how much we are cranking it up. Here it is. No matter how many times we are trying to crank up the voltage and current is staying constant at 244 volt and 1.98 amps, which is slightly different from the rated 250 volt 500 watt capacity. And that's the power supply for you, and that's the light bulb for you. This is what's making that fan noise, and I'm not sure how much you are able to hear me because of this echoey noise. And yeah, basically that's this light bulb turned on. in 2022. Thanks for watching guys. See you with another video.